Ghost hole, ghost hole, ghost hole, ghost hole, ghost hole.
Hey, I'm Brian Cauley with the Toronto Social Review, and I'm here with Vanessa Reiger, Morris Fox, and Brandon Dalmer, and they are curating Ghost Hole 5 here on Toronto Island. So, first of all, what is Ghost Hole 5?
Ghost Hole is basically an opening or a portal into another dimension, or like as our mandate states, a time when a space that's otherwise not noticed or neglected becomes activated for one night, for the Halloween night. This year it's on the Saturday, the 26th, but generally we have it around Halloween. And it's generally a one-night event where artists and musicians are invited to come and transform different spaces. And this year it's here on Toronto Island in the old public school.
So yeah, this school we've done a walkthrough. It's creepy. It feels pretty abandoned. Maybe you can talk about why you chose that space and some of the ways that yourselves and the artists have been working in this and utilizing it and what people can expect to see.
Well, I originally chose this space because I had done various other events here through All Caps and with Whippersnapper, and got to know the space a little bit. And I had already been doing the Ghost Hole event in various places throughout the city. One in an old studio project I used to manage called the White House Studio, and then at different various places in the market. And when I came here for All Caps, I got to know the building and the space, and I just thought to myself, this is a ghost hole. Like, it already is a ghost hole. And I talked to Lisa Crescenzo, who works here through Artscape, and with her we organized the event to be here, but also coordinated a residency program along with the event. So artists are able to come and stay here like as a work retreat and then work and cultivate their pieces prior to the event.
Yeah, I know you were talking about having multiple artists staying here sort of for a while, getting a feel for the space. What is the residency and what's the importance of that?
Do you guys want to?
Yeah, sure. Well, I think like one of the best things about the residency is that it gives you a chance to, again, familiarize yourself with the space, and you get to be in depth with your own project and also with the community, which is out here, which is a great community.
You form bonds with one another.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then also just like, you hear from like the thematic of like the opening of like, it's a haunted building. The lighthouse, which is just across, is the most haunted site, like oldest haunted site in Toronto. And so it gets you kind of in the mood also for like the preparation for the night, which is kind of awesome. Yeah. So.
The thing that's great about the residency that we didn't have in the previous years at Ghost Hole was just the ability for artists to have the time to set up their pieces. Whereas, if you have a concert in a concert hall or, you're setting up for a gallery, usually it's like you're in the day before, you set up, you have the event, and then sometimes there's a week where it can stay up, but generally you have to take everything out at the end of the night. So giving artists this opportunity to not only like get comfortable and work and get to know the space, it only just improves the quality of the event, the quality of the work, and then also improves their experience being a part of the residency. They get to make new friends, also make new connections here. And a lot of artists who are involved also said like they've never done an Artscape residency before, and this is their first kind of like impression. So a lot of other artists are already talking about coming back here to do different projects, and it's really exciting.
Now, Morris and Brandon, I know you two both have pieces you're working on. Maybe you could talk about those.
Yeah, I'm working on a piece. I think I'm going to call it Bad Dream House, and it kind of puts you in the perspective of like a serial killer, like peeping into like a little miniature house that's based on the Amityville Horror House. So you kind of it kind of like forces you to be in that kind of perspective.
So for mine, it's called Phantom Lights and Phantom Sounds, and last year I did a big construction project too, which was a psychomantium, a spirit gazing chamber, and I wanted to make it this year another big construction project because it's physically challenging and it's also challenging logistically to get the materials to the island and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I also wanted to work in collaboration with other artists, so I'm working with 2 artists that I met last year's Ghost Hole. So it's kind of our first year anniversary together. It was kind of a dream. But in terms of what it is, it's a blackened chamber, which it's kind of like it creates 2 optical effects. One is that it's brightly lit. The frame of it is brightly lit, so when you're looking into it, it just appears like a black nothingness. You can't see the interior of the box or anything like that. And the other part is a fog screen. I'm just trying to think of how to say it properly. A fog projector screen, so like a movie theater screen, which projects GIF animations that I've manipulated and documented that way. And the third part of it is the Phantom Sounds part, which is this algorithmic program which creates a very spooky sound which degrades over time that Brian Shirk worked on with me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Vanessa, maybe there's 1 or 2 pieces that you could talk about as well that just kind of you're really excited about. I mean, I'm sure you're excited about everything.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it's like what to expect at Ghost Hole 5. So we have a piece by Julia Dickens where she has created this entity which is going to be taking over the library here. We have different artists who are doing portals or passageways, a lot of like interactive pieces where you have to physically walk through, which is also exciting, as well as a lot of sound pieces, which is a common component to a lot of the works that are happening, which basically means this whole building is going to be reverberating. I think that's one of the things I'm really excited about, is just not one piece in particular, but just all the pieces kind of like creating this environment where the building will almost come alive. Like at this part of the wing of the building will be more the quiet, delicate, like psychic area, whereas the other part of the building is going to be the more haunted, poltergeist, weird noise and drone, ritualistic. And then on the beach, we have slotted a voodoo ritual by Aaron Duarte.
Yeah.
Glad I said his name right this time. And he's going to be doing an installation on the big tree that we have out on the beach here, and creating different lights and a fire. And there's so much more too that I could talk about. But I guess, I'm particularly just very excited about this space being activated. It'll, with all the different sounds that are kind of coming out of different rooms, will create like this breath of life. And it's a magical moment where it's like, the doors open and we're waiting for the audience to show up, and everything's on and all the sounds are coming out, but no one's quite here yet. And it's really ghostly. It's like right before everyone shows up, it's like the creepiest time. But yeah.
Okay, so Saturday, October 26th, come out to Ghost Hole. You can get the Ghost Ferry leaving at 6, 8, and 10 o'clock. Check it out, ghosthole.ca. Get tickets, Soundscapes, or just buy the ferry tickets and get tickets at the door. But you should probably get them at Soundscapes.
Ghost Hole, Ghost Hole, Ghost Hole, Ghost Hole, Ghost Hole.
Yeah, we're a bunch of dorks.